Jackie Nichols. I have been a proud member of the United Daughters of the Confederacy, Shreveport chapter for 21 years and chapter president from 2014 to 18. A beautiful piece of sculpture will be destroyed if it's moved. It has to be saved for future generations. It sits on the most historic spot in Shreveport, its rightful and historic place in history.
What you just said, Jackie, reminds me of tyranny, and our Constitution says that when our government becomes dysfunctional, we have the right to alter. By our Constitution, by our God, we have these rights to gather to commemorate our loved ones, our culture, and celebrate our freedoms. Women were collecting their small change as early as 1898 to have this monument placed here. It is ours. It is our culture. We are women once oppressed, and some women alive today could not even vote during this time. But today is a new day in the 21st century. We honor our heritage and our culture. We honor our God, and we won't relinquish these rights.
Thank you for work.
The floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, General.
On behalf of the now 33,000 members of Sons of Confederate Veterans, I bring you greetings. I was asked to give some remarks, and I asked Margaret, does it matter to you what I talk about? And she said no. Well, some of you that know me know that that can be a little bit risky. I will have very short remarks, but they will be pointed and truthful. I'll start out by saying, we told you so. Those of us that have been coming here and supporting this monument for over 20 years, 25 years in my case, it was then they said, well, we just want the flag off the monument. That's all, take the flag off and everything's good to go. Well, the flag is gone. Next, let's get rid of the monument. We told you so. It's not ever going to be enough. There's no such thing as compromise with people that want to wipe out remembrances of history. And people say, well, get rid of the monument, you're not erasing history. Well, that is wrong. As a history educator by profession, there are many ways that history is recorded. Some ways are through oral history. Some ways are through written text. One way to record history is through monuments, public sculptures, and the naming of public properties. So if this is a recording of history, getting rid of it is erasing history. So the only reason we are here is the reason we say we are here, and that's to honor and remember the courage and the bravery of the men who answered the call to duty of their state, their elected officials, and their homeland. Dio Vindicho.
Hello, my name is Dick Dave Naylor. I'm actually the Judge Advocate of Louisiana Division Sons of Confederate Veterans. The Louisiana Division of Sons of Confederate Veterans are helping the local chapter. The local chapter is leading this fight. I'm the attorney for the local chapter as far as the lawsuit involving the Caddo Parish Confederate Monument. And I'd like to say a few words which will include where we are in the litigation. In this legal battle, to save this memorial, the local chapter is going to appeal to the highest court in the land. But it's an uphill battle, for the highest court in the land doesn't have to hear our pleas. This case is of cultural significance because it's the only case involving Confederate monuments that has reached this level of litigation. It is the only Confederate monument case to involve an Indian treaty. This case involves an important cast of characters. Notice, not a cast of thousands in the movie epic, but a cast of a few great historical giants who have lived individual epics worthy of a Hollywood movie. This story involves President Andrew Jackson, who was president at the time of the treaty between the Caddo Nation and the United States. The founding fathers of Shreveport, all 8 of them, including Captain Shreve, whose evidence, where I've uncovered evidence that they sold land, which is downtown Shreveport, without possessing legal land title, which is one interesting side note. It also involves Supreme Court Justice Roger Taney, who wrote the majority opinion in the infamous Dred Scott decision. He actually also wrote an opinion in 1850 concerning Caddo Parish Nation treaty with the United States that involves this land that we're standing on now. It also, probably one of the more famous, not in legal circles or in American history, but one of Zsa Zsa Gabor's ex-husbands is also involved in this fantastic case. It also involves the influence of the famous black educator Booker T. Washington, who in 1915 actually spoke on the courthouse square, which we're standing on now, where in those immortal words that he said on this square, he neither condemned this monument nor condemned Southerners, both black and white. It was about reconciliation. This monument is of importance to me because my ancestral relative, Private William Hoover of the 25th Virginia Infantry, died sometime between the Battle of Second Manassas and Sharpsburg. There's no grave marker for him. This monument behind me is his only grave marker. He left loved ones. I'm one of them. Also, this monument commemorates very important people, such as General Beauregard of Louisiana, General Robert E. Lee, the general who commanded my ancestor, Major General Thomas Stonewall Jackson, and of course, the Civil War Governor of Louisiana, W.H. Allen. However, the most important person of all that it honors is the lone sentinel who sits on top of the monument. His memory is what we're fighting to save.
Flag is proudly floating on the land and on the main. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom. Beneath it oft we've conquered and will conquer oft again. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom. Our Dixie forever, she's never had a loss. Down with the eagle and up with the cross. We will rally around the bonny flag, we'll rally once again. Shout, shout the battle cry of freedom.